Greetings, subscribers and viewers. This is another episode of Tales of the Beautiful Game. I've got my residence analyst. On my right is Brighton Love, also known as Bio. On my left is Manfred Nkosana Maposa. Today we'd like to focus on the MTN8, and before we start that, we'd like to ask you to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Tales of a Beautiful Game, and follow us on Twitter at Daily Footy Tales, and on Facebook page Tales of the Beautiful Game again. Okay, we have got 4 games lined up for this weekend, 2 tomorrow and 2 on Sunday. Tomorrow afternoon we start with Cape Town City versus Amazulu. Cape Town City versus Amazulu. The citizens are fresh from their first win of the season against Kaizer Chiefs, whereas Usutu will seek to redeem themselves after a derby defeat to Arrows on Wednesday. Their first of the season again. The host hasn't beaten Amazulu at home in their last 3 encounters, and this promises to be a very tight contest after Amazulu's 2-1 win over them at home a fortnight ago. Okay, I would like to welcome my guest again, Bayo. What do you think of the game?
I think it will be an interesting one since it's a cup game. I think Cape Town City will have an upper end of Amazulu, considering that they've got a good history in cup games.
Okay.
And another factor that I'm worried about is that the game might be a draw. Brendan Trotter, the Amazulu coach, is used to draws, so it will be a Cape Town City win, but I think on penalties.
Oh, okay. Nkosana, welcome to the show, and your thoughts?
Thank you very much. I think it's a no-brainer. Cape Town City will win this one. 2-0, not even close.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, it's 2-0.
I believe in Tinkler. I mean, the guy knows what he's doing. 2-0, Cape Town City, no penalties.
Okay, so it's 2-0 this side, and this side you said it's a draw.
It's a draw. It will be a draw. I'm not sure of the scoreline, but it will be a draw. 0-0, 1-1.
Yeah, throw something.
Okay, I'll give it a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay.
But no man goal score again, is it? Yeah, is it Amazon now?
Yes.
1-1, yeah.
1-1.
Okay, well, on my side, I think 1-1 is a fair result, considering.
You gentlemen are buying.
No, Brendan Trotter is a draw specialist.
Yeah, but Eric Tinkler is getting in.
Eric Tinkler is used to cups.
He's getting in there now.
Yeah,
the team is getting
but
in there.
it's a cup game actually, so both teams will be cautious.
We're at home. Cape Town is at home.
Cape Town City confidence is not that high currently.
They just beat the.
But they started season slowly, so I think a draw will be favourable.
Oh, okay, gentlemen. And later on tomorrow, Royal AM is going to face Orlando Pirates. Royal AM are on a free scoring. They've been scoring goals for fun and conceding goals at the same time. And they will be welcoming a solid Orlando Pirates side, which is finding hard to get goals this season, because Pirates have played 6 games and scored 4 times, but they've conceded twice. So Royal AM have scored 8 and leaked in 7. So the hosts haven't beaten Pirates. They haven't beaten Pirates ever since they changed their names from Celtic to Royal AM. And with their last encounter being a narrow loss a week ago. What do you think, Gosan? I'll start with you this time.
I think it's a Pirates game. I think it will be tight. Royal AM, I like how they play. They really come to play. But I think if Lepasa gets some game time there, I see him harassing that defense of theirs. Their defense doesn't impress me. So if Pirates get a hard runner like Lepasa into the game, or maybe Lodge, I see Pirates winning that one. 2-1, because I think Royal AM will score.
Okay. Bayo?
I'm just worried about Pirates' lack of goals, and the other factor is Pirates don't seem not to have luck with cups of late.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at domestically, they have struggled in cups. I'm sure last season they were knocked out at this stage again.
I think so.
Yeah, I think I stand to be corrected, but I think they were knocked out at the quarterfinal stages. They hardly go past them of late. And considering that they are away from home and it's a cup game, I think Royal AM will take this one.
Scoreline?
I think they'll win 1-0.
Okay, so it's 1-0 to Royal AM on my right, and on my left is 2-1 to Pirates. I think, considering what I've seen, Pirates has been very, very solid of late. They've been very, very solid. But my worry is the system they are using. They need specialists in certain positions. For example, Lodge and Dlamini were injured on the last game. I'm not sure right now whether they are going to play tomorrow or not. So if they're out, their double 10 formation may have to, maybe they're going to change it, or maybe they're going to play Pule and whoever they may deem necessary. You see.
So the only thing that if Pirates are to qualify, they need to wrap it up during 90 minutes because Pirates don't win on penalties. So already, to me, I don't see them getting past Royal AM tomorrow. I actually.
Why do I always differ with you?
No. I do understand. I do get you where you're coming from, but there's also another factor that you need to look at. There's a Malisela factor with Pirates. I remember while he was at, is it TTM? Oh, this Marumo Karanz. Yes, you know the story.
Yeah.
He seems to have lucky against Pirates.
Yeah,
That's the one that you
I get what you're saying.
So there are a lot of factors, and Pirates, they are playing good football, very exciting football currently. One of the best teams currently, I'm sure.
Yes.
For the 6 games that we have watched, they've been so good.
Yeah.
But they are not that good in cup games of late. They're struggling.
Things change.
Yeah,
Let's hope so.
What's your prediction?
I do understand. I think with their defense, especially if Klog is back and CBC is back, I think they will take it 1-0.
1-0.
Yeah, I think they
At
will
least somebody
take it.
almost agrees with me.
Yeah, no, there are chances, but I think Royal AM will take this one 1-0.
Oh,
The
okay.
cheaper United story will come again.
Okay. And then on Sunday, we've got 2 games again. Stellenbosch playing host to Kaizer Chiefs. Inconsistent Chiefs, who hasn't lost to... Inconsistent Chiefs travel to Stellenbosch, who hasn't lost to them in their last 5 encounters. So Chiefs hasn't beaten Stellenbosch in their last 5 encounters. Stellenbosch are unbeaten at home in their last 8 matches. So
That's a humdinger.
and it will be interesting to see how the Chiefs' multitude defense will impact the outcome of this game after losing their last 3 games on the road.
You think they'll be destroying cameras again?
So it will be interesting to see because as we know them, whenever they travel around the country, it's like they're playing at home.
Yeah, that's the advantage.
So, Bayo, I will start with you. What do you think is going to happen on this game?
It's a surprise win for Kaizer Chiefs.
Win.
It's a surprise
That's
win
a
for
shock.
Kaizer Chiefs.
Scoreline?
20.
Wow, that's not a surprise win.
It's a surprise win considering the states.
Okay.
The states shows that Chiefs are bit on the road currently whatsoever. But I think it's a cup game. Cup games are not like league games. They have got their own different version. It might be the startup point for Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay.
Ngibona ngathi lizokhala ikhosi yo uthula
Eh.
awukho ebandleni. Chiefs will lose. I think they can lose 2-0. I'm not impressed by Kaizer Chiefs. They seem disorganized. No, they'll lose. Stellenbosch is a solid side. They are really, really solid. I don't see Chiefs winning this one. Plus the underdog factor. Chiefs is a big club. This is a game they are expected to win. And that will put pressure on the coaches and everyone. Plus they need to redeem themselves. 2 straight losses. That pressure. Can those guys handle it? I think they'll lose 2-0.
There's no better way to redeem yourselves than winning a cup game.
Yes, but there's But do you have the mental aptitude to do it? That's the question. I'm questioning that.
I-
They've got the talent.
I think Alpha's one is cooking something delicious.
Yeah, but it's right now. It's
And,
not.
the fact that it's not actually coming out nice at the moment.
Yes.
It's not. I don't think it's his problem. I think it goes with a mental. He brings in youngsters, the confidence. Yeah, if you look at youngsters, if they lose 1 game, 2 games, the confidence goes down. Now, the only time that a coach needs to factor in now is
Yes.
what he tells his boys now. No, forget about league games.
Let's
If
focus.
if we win this cup, the so-called multitudes will back us. So it's a 3-game tournament. You win the quarterfinal, you go to the semi-final, you play 2 games, then you go to the final.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Then 8 million is yours.
yeah, 8 million is here. So I think that's where Arthur's one and Gideon Shepherd will say to the boys, let's go for this one. Forget about the league, because the league most already have given it to Sundowns even before playing. Let's focus on the cup.
I mean, I see Cartoon Network at Kaizer Chiefs. They're all young there. They are watching Channel 3.
But they've got Kamapili as your kick and dollies of this world. They are very good. It's a question of when will they be compact, because
That's
it
where
seems
the
like
problem.
it seems like the defense it's got its own coach, the midfield has got its own coach, and the strike force has got its own coach. They don't seem to be compact as a team. You don't see a team there. You see individuals. Once they bring in the team, Kaizer Chiefs will be a team to watch.
But in this game, it's a cup game. Cup games are won by defenses, and their
Yeah.
defense is all over the show. I don't see them.
I think Coach Arthur is to stabilize the team, spine of the team.
Yeah.
I think by that, Novo and Zita, I think I personally think they can form a good partnership. As we saw that day against Cape Town City, maybe if he can have Novo and Zita at the back, then Blom anchoring, and then maybe Solomon's on the right and Frost on the left, or
Maybe in that
whoever
way.
on the left. But the thing that I think he has to attend to right now is the spine of the team. The team mustn't lose its structure.
True.
You see,
Didn't
so
Chiefs win with 10 men?
yeah,
Most
they
recently.
beat Richards Bay.
Yeah, in the last game.
I know that's second from
Yes,
they
yes.
lost 2 in a row.
No.
Oh,
They-
they
they
lost
lost
to
They
Sundowns.
lost one,
Oh,
and
yeah,
lost.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
played 5.
Okay. They won with 10 men against
Yeah,
Richards Bay.
they
I
won.
remember.
Yes,
1-0.
yes, yes.
1-0. You see, it's not like they are lost. It's, if you watch them close, you will see, no, this team is fine. It's just that they don't have that experience to manage games.
Yeah, you see, I watched them against Sundowns.
Even against Sundowns, exactly. They outplayed
Sundowns,
Sundowns.
the scoreline was deceiving.
Yeah, very deceiving.
The,
because,
the best game I saw from Chiefs was against Cape Town. Against Cape Town City.
Yes,
No.
because-
But guys, you're forgetting.
Just upstairs.
This is a cup game.
yes.
Cup, it's smash and grab. Is Chiefs ready for that smash and grab mentality that comes with cup games? Yes, they're a cup team.
Is Darren
but
Poch a cup team? Because now if
not really, they are a defensive team.
yes,
They defend well.
if you had to compare the two, Chiefs has got an upper end, because we know Chiefs are cup specialists.
Yes.
And I'm
Yeah.
saying that is their problem right now, because they've got an upper hand, or they're tipped to win. Yet
No, they
they're
are
coming
not.
from-
No, they are
they're
not.
coming from
The
best.
stats proves that they are currently paid on the road. So you can't say that they are
No, but
tipped to win.
when-
They are tipped to win because of their history.
I
but
can
currently-
say that because they are the bigger team. They are playing an underdog. So already looking at the fixture, you're like, oh, okay, normally Chiefs should take this one.
the world the football of this time doesn't have a big team.
Okay, so it's
So what's your
understood.
take?
So you say Chiefs is winning, you say
Yes.
Stellenbosch is winning.
2-0 still.
Considering their home record and Chiefs' poor away record and Chiefs' fans, Chiefs' reputation on cup games, I think a 1-1 draw is a fair.
You are looking for a compromise. This thing is obvious.
Chiefs will surprise you, we'll
Okay.
see.
On the last game on Sundays, Sundowns, champion Sundowns, MTN8, Walter Sundowns are going to host SuperSport United. Swane Derby sees a rampant Sundowns team hosting SuperSport, who just collected their first 3 points of the season after 5 games. So SuperSport have played 5 and 1-1. Kevin Hunt's team isn't tipped to cause an upset here.
By who?
They are not. By me. they are not tipped to cause any upset. Because they failed to beat Sundowns in their last 6 games.
And it's a derby.
They failed to beat Sundowns in their last 6 games, and they've sold 3 of their best players to Sundowns in the process. So I think Sundowns is expected to continue their dominance. What do you think?
This one, I think, it will be a disrespect to SuperSport, but I think it's an obvious one.
Okay.
I think Sundowns is going to win with ease on this one. Kevin Hunt seems not to have found his feet since his first spell at SuperSport, and then he wants to Vets. At Vets, he won the MTN8, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won it. He is that guy that can, yes, you expect him to cause that upset. Maybe he'll sit at the back and wait for Sundowns to attack. And knowing Sundowns is mature enough now.
Yes.
They know when to attack and when to hold the ball in their own half, invite you. So I think it's going to be not an interesting game.
Okay.
Because SuperSport will sit at the back and they won't cause a much problem to Sundowns. So I think Sundowns will win this one 3-1.
Okay.
Does Kevin Hunt have a new template there? Somebody that will run at the touchline and cross the ball, for somebody that will hit it in?
No, the question is, does Kevin Hunt still has it on him?
Oh, that's a big one. My question is smaller than that one.
Yes, because he might have a template, but does he has that thing with him anymore? Because of late, I don't see a hungry Kevin Hunt that will harass the officials at the touchline, pushing players on, telling his players to defend. Remember, his time. I remember at his time at SuperSport, he used to have Morgan Gold and Bohani Kumalo at Vets. He had Tulani Shachwayo and Buhle Mkwanazi. He used to have those kind of defenders that were not good players but would defend that goalpost with
their lives.
So I haven't seen them at SuperSport recently. Or is it a question of that SuperSport has turned out to be a Sundowns fitter team? I don't know.
My view on SuperSport is just complicated. They look the most disorganized big team.
Yeah, because you can't be selling your best players to your
and at some point they even wanted
every
to sell the
season.
club.
Yeah.
It's like the Bundesliga where Dortmund is selling to
yes, because of late you have your Opremo Divas, actually the best Sundowns player currently is a former SuperSport United player. This guy Mukwena.
Yes.
I think he's one of the best Sundowns players currently, if not Angela Chai, who is carrying the team. So you see, you can't be selling to your rival like that. Every season you know that you have got players coming from SuperSport, then you expect the team to win anything.
So I think maybe how can I put it? I think maybe the project has changed a bit in SuperSport. They are no longer chasing the league. They are no longer chasing cups. They just want to groom.
Because with Matthews, it's possible. The guy looks hungry for money.
The league, how much is the league right now? So if they can sell Mukwena and Mbule, maybe the money they got from those sales is bigger than the league itself. So it makes sense.
What about the reputation of the team? Because at the end of the day, you'll never find those Mkwenas, because those Mkwenas are a product of a successful SuperSport. Once you go down, who would want to buy?
No, I think the project is not based on that they have to win. They want to create a reputation that we groom players, we sell them. So more youngsters will want to go to SuperSport, because they know that if you get to SuperSport, you'll be promoted, then you'll be sold to bigger
Then
teams.
SuperSport will be the next stage. Remember, Jomo used to have that mindset that I'm grooming to sell. Look where he is now.
Okay, you said 3-1 to Sundowns.
This one I don't even know. Who can stop Sundowns? Maybe 5-0. I'm joking, but probably 3-4. I don't see SuperSport surviving this one. 3-0.
Okay, I can give it to Sundowns 2-0.
You are kind.
Okay. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks once again. Thanks once again. May you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe and put the notifications on. It's Tales of the Beautiful Game on YouTube, at Daily Footy Tales on Twitter, and Tales of the Beautiful Game on Facebook. Thank you. Till we meet again. Enjoy the games.
Bye-bye.
Bye.